Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for the support. Enjoy the video. Teacher Talking Sports here. And John Wall hoping to resume playing with Rockets. Rockets guard John Wall has expressed a desire to return to the court and start playing again, according to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. Wall is making $44.31 million this year, $47.37 million player option next year. Pretty sure he's going to accept. Rockets are holding him out, clearly rebuilding. Don't see him as planned piece for their future, so he's just sitting on the sidelines watching. He has yet to play this season. With that contract, makes it really hard to trade him. So after reading this, I thought about all the players this season who have not played yet this season. A lot of multi-time all-stars, borderline all-stars, or just solid players. So I figured 13 players dressed for an NBA team. So let's make a 13-man NBA team of players who have not played in a game this season. I'll start with a starting lineup. Point guard heavy, so I didn't necessarily go by their... I went more positionless basketball. I got guys maybe not playing their most comfortable position, but I wanted to get the most talented guys in the starting lineup. So let's take a look. We're going to start with Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, unless you're living under a rock, you know why Kyrie Irving is not playing. He has not gotten the COVID vaccination. The rules, the mandates in New York require him to in order to play home games. He would have been eligible to play road games, but the Nets basically just told him to sit at home, which is what he's been doing. 7-time All-Star, won NBA championship alongside LeBron James, and actually has his highest scoring averages while with the Nets the past 2 years of 27.4 and 26.9 points per game. At shooting guard, we got Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has not played since June 13th, 2019. First, he tore his ACL in the 2019 NBA Finals. Then he tore his Achilles. Just hasn't been good luck for Klay Thompson. Hope has been that he comes back around Christmas. We'll see. He's been cleared to be a full participant in all Warriors practices. The 5-time All-Star has shot a career 42% from deep and has averaged over 20 points per game in each of his last 5 seasons played. At small forward, and he's mostly been a point guard with the 76ers, but for this, we're going to get him at small forward. That is Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons requested a trade in the offseason. Didn't happen. Now he's been sitting out to work on his mental health. Ben Simmons, has faced a lot of jokes. Decided to pass what was a wide open dunk in the playoffs. Just kind of refused to shoot. But let's not forget how good this guy is, and despite his lack of shooting ability, won Rookie of the Year in 2017-18, was an All-Star each of the last 3 seasons, finished as the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year last season, nightly triple-double threat. Ben Simmons, despite the lack of an outside shot, still a huge impact on both sides of the floor. Next, we got the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, the 2-time NBA champ, 5-time All-Star. It partially tore his ACL in June. It's unclear whether he will return or not this season. Averaged 24.8 points last season, 27.1 this season before that. Was named the Finals MVP in both of his championship seasons, including 2018-19 with the Toronto Raptors. And at center, more power forward, would be an undersized center. by his height, but definitely not by his size and strength. That's Zion Williamson. People may forget how good this guy was last season because they've seen recent pictures of him. He's recovering from a fractured right foot. He's been cleared to participate in full team activities. It does look like he put on some weight. He was always a heavier guy, and it looks like he put on even more weight. This is a guy in his 61 games last year, so that's 61.1% from the field. Averaged 27 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 3.7 assists. Let's hope he can get back on the floor soon, and not just that, but also stay in good basketball shape. Next, so now we're going to head to the reserves. Backup point guard will play John Wall, the aforementioned John Wall at the beginning of the video, the 5-time All-Star, was All-NBA once, All-Defensive once, has been a 5-time All-Star. Last season in 40 games with the Rockets, his first year with the team, averaged 20.6 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 6.9 assists. Once averaged 3 straight years of double digits assists from 2014-15 to 2016-17 with the Wizards. The backup shooting guard, Jamal Murray. Many may see him as a point guard, but according to Basketball Reference, nearly the same amount of time, I believe 43% last season, was spent at 41% spent at shooting guard, 51% at point guard last season. According to Basketball Reference, Jamal Murray tore his ACL in April. Unclear if he will return this season. No timetable has been announced. In 48 games last season, averaged a career-high 21.2 points, along with 4 rebounds and 4.8 assists, shooting 40.8% from deep and 47.7% from the field, both career highs as well. Of course, had a magnificent playoffs for the Nuggets in 2019-20. 2020 actually playoffs when the Nuggets made the Western Conference Finals. All right, now we got our backup small forward. We're going to put T.J. Warren out there. T.J. Warren was one of the surprises when the NBA restarted in the bubble, actually made the all-bubble team, and that's kind of when he began becoming more noticed. He's had his foot injury has sidelined him for the entirety of the season thus far. The optimism is that he will have a late December, early January return. He last played on December 29th, 2020. T.J. Warren, in 67 games in 2019-20, averaged 19.8 points and 4.2 rebounds while shooting over 40% from deep. In last season, he only played in 4 games. Our backup power forward is going to be Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac tore his ACL in the bubble in August of 2020, has yet to come back, and there really still is no timetable for his return. He was looking like a perennial all-defensive player before he got hurt, like a potential defensive player of the year candidate at least. In his 34 games in 2019-20, averaged 11.9 points, 6.8 rebounds, but 1.6 steals and 2.3 blocks per game. So it was looking like one of the better shot blockers in the NBA. Magic definitely hope to get the 6th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft back soon. And our backup center, we're going to go with Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant with the Wizards had ACL surgery in February. Doesn't have a timeline to return. Just played in 10 games last season. Was off to a good start, averaging 14.3 points on 64.8% shooting from the field. The season before that, 13.2 points per game, 7.2 rebounds per game. Always among the leaders in field goal percentage. Thomas Bryant is the backup center. And our other 3 bench pieces, since the NBA dressed 13 players. First, we'll start with Victor Oladipo. If you wanted to put him on the second unit, I would have definitely understood that. Oladipo is a two-time All-Star, but has not stayed healthy since really 2018-19. He only played 36 games that year, 19 games in 2019-20, and 33 combined with the Pacers, Rockets, and Heat last year. In those 33 games, he did average 19.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. He led the league in steals in 2017-2018 and was an All-NBA player, I believe third team in that 2017-18 season. Next, we got Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz started out his career in disappointing fashion after being drafted first overall in the 2017 NBA draft. He tore his ACL in January, much like a lot of these guys. No timetable for his return. Started playing better since leaving the Sixers to go to the Magic. In 2019-20, he started 60 of his 72 appearances, averaging 12.1 points, 5.1 assists, 1.3 steals, shooting 46.5% from the field. With Orlando, has close to a 2.5 to 1 turnover to assist ratio. Markelle Fultz is on this team. And the last guy, 13th guy to address, Rui Hachimura. Hachimura is now in his third season in the league. He has been sitting out for personal reasons. They have not really been specified what those personal reasons are. But he has begun practicing with the team, so let's hope that he can get on the court soon. Was a all-rookie member in 2019-20. In his 2 seasons, 105 games, he has averaged 13.7 points and 5.8 rebounds. So those are my 13-man All-NBA team of players who have not played this season. Some other guys who have not played as well include Dario Saric, James Wiseman, the second overall pick last season. If you wanted to throw him on here over Bryant or Hachimura, I'd understand, but he was a disappointment last year with Golden State, and they definitely don't seem to be missing him thus far this season. And Trevor Ariza. Let me know in the comments below which guys you want to see come back on the court soon. Do you believe Kawhi will play? Do you believe Jamal Murray will play? Do you believe Kyrie Irving will play? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.